up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but the penny turn red. Can't let that shit go in my head, war gaming.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Fox, a different person to Shane.
And we have Churchy
Different again.
in the void.
In the void.
We got Rory on his phone on the couch, on the casting couch. Nice.
Today we are talking about our 2023 hobby hacks.
That's right. Elite hacks. So these are things that this year we have used primarily to hack the hobby.
Yes.
And that's it. And that's it. Hey, before we talk about that, and
do you
we
got?
will talk about that.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Everyone just take a seat, go grab
Grab a beer.
If you need to do anything, go do it now. Don't hit pause, just
No,
go
no.
do that.
Come back, should be ready.
Yeah. 10 minutes, throw a pizza in the oven.
Yeah.
Grab a brew, whatever else you can do in 10 minutes. I went to get a haircut at a new place.
Yeah, because your last place was, I remember, it was not fun.
What happened?
You went back.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You're like, it's uneven. And they're like, no, it's not.
That's right. Man, yeah, that's
They
actually...
gaslit you, dude.
They gaslit me hard. Dude. I forgot all about that. Oh, man, yeah. And like, I was driving home and I was looking, so I got a fade. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I just can't stop looking at it. One fade is here, and it's neatly faded, and the other one's like a line.
Yeah,
And I was like, they just forgot to fade it.
Yeah. But instead of them going, crap, man, sorry, we'll fix it up for you right now, they've gone, nah,
Yeah.
that's how, it's just your perspective.
So I'm driving. Yeah, legit. They said that. I'm driving back to work, and I'm like, I can't go back to work like this.
Yeah.
It looks like an unfinished haircut.
Yeah.
I just need to man up and drive 15 minutes back that way.
I get it though. Like, it's like when you have a meal that comes out and it's not quite up to scratch, right? Like some people
Like-
send it back.
Yeah. Like you ordered medium well done, and it came out medium rare.
Well, yeah, or maybe like more significant than that.
All right, maybe like you ordered medium rare, and they gave you squid.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly right. And it's like I'm not really one that'd be like, I'll be like, it doesn't matter, whatever. I've had that many good meals, one crap one, it doesn't matter.
For sure.
You know, but
And
like-
you think about the inconvenience and the time. You're like,
Yeah.
that didn't have to make me a brand new meal.
everyone else
Everyone's
has finished
already eating, and
eating.
we're all just waiting for me to eat this meal, and I
Yeah.
get it, and it might not be as good as the meal they accidentally brought out anyway.
Exactly.
Think about all that stuff.
But a half-finished haircut's a different story.
Well, I was playing through those scenarios. I was like, if I went back to work, put a hat on, go home, I could fix this myself, whatever.
Yeah.
If I go back there, they're the kind of place, it's like appointment only.
Yeah.
And by the way, context, this is one of those $50, $60, $70 haircut places.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I go back there, what am I going to, and I say, hey, I got this thing, fix it up. What am I going to sit there until they finish a haircut, try and slide me in before the appointment that's supposed to back onto that one?
And that person that's next in line is like, hang on a minute, why is
he cutting in? Why is he fixing his hair?
Yeah.
Is this a bad place? It's $70 a haircut. What is a bad place? Anyways. But I was just like, no. I paid for this. They need to fix it. It's so obvious too. Like I sent you a thing. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went back to that place.
Yeah.
And they gaslit me, like you said. He was like, oh no, I think it's just your hair, dude. It's just the way it looks. Like it's just the one side's thicker and thinner than the other. I was like, yeah, that's true, but I've never seen this. And I get this paid every time. It's the same cut you always give me.
Haircut every 2 months.
And like, I've sent it to like 3 people, and all of them like, yeah, dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
Anyway, you're right. So I don't go there anymore.
No. Cross them off the list.
Crossed off the list.
Yeah.
And so I went to this new place, and I'm getting my haircut. This person's from Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Fran from Italy. And he's just absolutely slaying it, doing his thing.
Like Edward Scissorhands.
Like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
It's funny you should say that. Scissor meets hand.
No.
Bang.
His own hand.
His own hand.
Oh, no. Blood everywhere.
And it was bad.
Oh, no.
Because like hairdressers nip themselves all the time.
I
They
can
got, like,
imagine
little
you
cuts all-
working with razors and scissors every day.
Yeah, and that they do the thing where they hold your hair between their fingers and then they cut along
yeah.
it.
Is this enough? Oh, a bit more?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, this? Yeah.
So he's doing that, and click, 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 bang, and I heard it.
Oh, you heard the flesh.
I heard
Tear.
clip, to flesh.
Yep.
And instantly he goes, ah. And I was like, nipped yourself, did you?
Such an Italian.
Yeah.
It's me.
Mamma mia. I have a clip to my fingers.
No, it's not racist.
No, it's not racist. It's just their personal opinions. Anyways, so he clips his fingers. And, anyway, it's actually really bad.
Oh, no.
And so he goes over. It's him and his wife. It's their own little spot. And he goes over, and she's like, I need to look at it. And he shows her. I can't see this. I'm on the other side.
Yep.
He shows her, and she's like, what? She's like, where's your knuckle?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, obviously he hasn't cut off his knuckle, but that's what she's thinking.
Yep.
And anyway.
Just bolognese sauce everywhere.
Yeah. And so he wraps it up. Absolutely wraps up the... Now, see, that I'm not so sure about.
Okay, we'll draw the line then.
We draw the line. No, there's no line here on this podcast. I'm just saying. Yeah, anyways. So... I've lost my trail of thought. Anyways. Cut himself real bad. Carried on.
Wait, hang on. He wrapped it up and carried on.
Carried on for mine because mine was almost done.
Yeah.
So just a few little more clips, and he had so much tape on that finger that he said this. I just sharpened these scissors.
Oh no!
Earlier this morning.
Yep.
And he's like, and I was just trying to sharpen them to a point that I hadn't had them before.
Yep.
And I was like, I can tell, bro. I was like, you did a really good job. And
of your hair or of his finger?
Yeah, the finger.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I was like, bro, you got to go to the hospital. I saw it, man. That's bad. And he was like, oh, yeah. But yeah, maybe a bit later on.
3 more clients after you.
Yeah, there's 2 people sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
And he was like, the hospital. He's like, do you think they'll give me stitches? I'm like, bro, absolutely. He's like, will they be the sewing ones? Or I was like, oh, maybe they'll do the tape. I don't know. I was like, but the worst part's going to be sitting in the thing waiting for 3 hours, sitting in an emergency. And he's like, 3 hours? Oh, man, I'll just do it myself. Where can I get tape from? Will the tape be enough? I was like, bro, I'm not a doctor. At what advice can I give you that is not legally binding? I was like, maybe tape would be fine. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I can get you in touch with one. I just can't directly speak to Dr. Douglas. Yeah. For reasons. Yeah, anyway. So that's Rory just playing a game on his phone that has nothing to do with the conversation we're having.
Was that racist?
Was that? Yeah. So are we trying to explore where the line is today?
Someone in the comments will let us know.
Yeah. Jump in the Discord. Let us know, how racist are we?
Yeah.
What is racially based humor? Yeah. And what is racist? Isn't that malice? Can we say anything if we love Italians?
Well, I mean...
Not anything.
There's a line somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding it.
Well, we'll find it. We'll dig deep. Anyways, we're so deep in, I forgot the point of the story.
Hobby hacks.
Hobby hacks. So, Shane, what's some things this year? What a segue. Because I assume hairdressing is his hobby, and he gave himself a good hack.
He's hacked his finger off.
Yeah, he has. I actually want to get text him and be like, you okay? Because he was sweating by the end.
Oh, no doubt.
Of my haircut.
He lost a lot of blood.
Yeah. She was like, his wife was like, do you need Panadol? He's like, I don't know, I'm just a bit dizzy. Anyway, he cuts my hair. He's like, do you want to come take a seat? To the next person, he's like, no, I want to go home. I want you to go to the hospital.
Really?
And the other guy's like, I'm going. He's like, no.
Oh, hang on. If you're not going, I'll jump in.
Oh, if he's going, and if you're going to stay here and cut hair, I mean, I'm not. That's your decision. Anyway, tell me about some of the hobby hacks you've done this year that have increased you. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Some of my hobby hacks this year. So, this year was the first mini warm-up painting challenge that I participated in.
Was it his first mini warm-up painting challenge?
No. It was a comeback.
Just the first one you've...
I think it was the first one for a little while. It was the first one that I entered in. And I got 51 miniatures painted. Did you know that?
I did know that. You were one shy of being painting 52 miniatures, which is a YouTube channel that you should check out.
And we could have collaborated.
He would have not known who you were. But yeah, you could have. You could have. I have a follow-up question.
Sure.
This is more for people watching on YouTube.
Yep.
But this is directed at you.
Oh, okay, me. Yep.
Whilst I want to hear about that painting challenge,
Yep.
I want to know, is it possible to sit in these chairs without us crossing our legs?
No.
Okay, I just was
Like,
checking.
I do this for a while, but then I feel like I'm spreading.
Man spreading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's worse somehow. Oh, actually, I like this.
Oh, this is all right.
Oh, but now the mic isn't. Anyway, yeah. So,
Yeah.
did the challenge, was that your hack, having a challenge?
Having, like, a challenge or even setting yourself your own challenges, I think would definitely help.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I was watching you.
I'm paying too much attention
sweat.
to you. Yeah. The eye contact is giving me social anxiety.
Yep. Yeah, so I think for me, I'm going to start setting myself smaller challenges, even like maybe seeking out and participating in more monthly challenges.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's a few Discords that I'm in now that do the same kind of thing. Like they'll do a challenge here and there, and they almost seem to time themselves. So there's always something going.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try and do that some more. But I feel like that helped me this year.
Okay, so that's one of your hobby hacks for
Yep.
you personally, was to go seek out challenges set by other people.
Yeah.
Because you can set your own.
Oh, you could
But
quite
it's like
easily.
you're not letting anyone down. You've made
No.
no pledges except to yourself, and
I let myself down every day.
your respect for yourself is so low already. Like,
Yeah,
what's one more failure?
Exactly.
You know?
Just on the list.
Just out the don't even
Yeah.
write it down at this point.
So a way to like hold yourself accountable, like Mini Walmart had us either post in the Facebook page or make a little video
Yeah.
of what you're gonna, your pledge.
Yeah.
So I think that accountability there, having other people to sort of, hold each other accountable, definitely
Yeah.
helps as well. But
Yeah.
doing that was just insane. Like I have never painted so many, even like leading up to the GTO, however many years ago that was now.
Yeah. Facts.
Didn't get that many minis painted.
True. I know.
Just-
I had to paint them.
But you did.
You painted a few, but yeah, when you'd spent like a week on 5 Brood Brothers, which actually isn't even enough for a unit,
No.
I was very worried about you.
I painted 1 Lehman Russ in a night, and you painted 3
Yeah.
because you
In like 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, facts.
yeah.
All right, that's good. I like that. And I like the nuance of making sure it's someone else's challenge.
Yeah.
Because in my head anyways, because like I feel like we set our own challenges all the time.
And they always just get buried or changed or
Change.
remember,
I've altered
that
the deal.
sludge challenge that we agreed on?
Yeah, it became a bolt action challenge. No, sorry, not bolt action. It became a
Chain of command.
chain of command challenge.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's still in the
over
box.
there. Yes, BNIB.
But my sludge army,
Which
I've got paint on
there you go.
some of it.
Is that a challenge you're setting yourself?
Challenge I'm setting you.
What do you mean? You challenged me for you to paint your minis.
Yep.
I accept. Checkmate, atheists. All right. I like it. I'm going to tell you one of mine.
Please do.
One of the hobby hacks for this year, I feel like we're going to share a big one, so I'll save
Yep.
that for the end.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But one of the best hobby hacks I've been doing is I don't let myself paint a miniature anymore until the base is done.
Nice.
And by
Yeah.
done, I don't mean like finished.
It's like textured.
Yeah, like
Yep.
everything that needs to be on there is on there, because when I prime and zenithal,
Do the base at the same time.
the base gets hit and then I can throw the contrast over there and away it goes.
I find that really interesting that you're doing that now.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say at least 95% of the hobbyists probably always do that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like
yeah.
you've always like painted beautiful models, but then like the base is like the last thing and doesn't always get done.
No, and the reason it's the last here was my logic always, and I still agree with my previous logic, but I don't know what base is going to complement the miniatures well. So I leave them, I super glue them to the base with a tiny little dollop, paint all the minis, and then I think about what base would complement how they're painted.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I take them all off and do all the bases in one hit.
Yeah.
And then I super glue them back down. And it's a much easier process, because the second you do, say I did the bases
Yeah.
completely and then glue the miniatures on, well, how am I going to prime the miniatures? Because that's going to hit the base.
Yeah.
So that's the dilemma I have. So I always just like now I 50-50. I've met myself in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
I do the bases, make sure all the texture's on it, so that when I prime them, it's like when you paint an underworld model.
Yep.
And like the base is already, it's like a cut and molded base.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you prime the model, get it all ready, and it's like, oh, now just paint this as well.
Yep.
Dunzo. It's crazy. And there you go. So yeah, that's interesting. I know lots of people that don't do bases
Do you?
ever.
Who?
I don't know anyone by name. Rory. For 100% it's Rory. Look at him. Just look at him. Guy wouldn't know a bass if it came up his green pipe. It's a me. All right.
It's Filipino, dude, not Italian.
My mind's just, it's a highway in there right now with things that I can and can't say. It's a
Yep.
perfect equilibrium, but I knew he was Filipino and not Italian.
Good. I'm glad.
I winked at him, but no one can hear that. Hey, still, if he's not Italian, why is he doing Mario things?
Because of your hairdresser.
True, my Italian hairdresser from Napoli. I like the ambience, to be honest. Wahoo! All right, what do you got?
Yep.
So we're setting ourselves challenges.
Yep.
We are basing our miniatures before we prime. Mm-hmm. What else are we doing?
Slap chopping?
We're slap chopping.
Slap chopping. I figured that's probably what we both would have picked, right?
Right, yeah. So this is a phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Yeah. At this point, I feel like we just have our own dictionary,
We do.
and phenomenon is in there.
It's in there right after some other word that starts with P.
Probably, yeah. There's a few of them. So we discovered this when the Honest Wargamer, Rob the Honest Wargamer, made an incredible slap chop video.
Yep.
And people immediately formed an opinion,
Yeah.
whichever side of the fence you were on.
Does that not always happen though?
Yeah, I know, but people were passionate about this. People were just like, oh, it's just painting over. I've been doing this for years.
Underpainting with extra steps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
or
it's just
steps, maybe.
underpainting with contrast paints over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that.
It's literally that.
It's absolutely that, but it's got a easy, common name.
Cool name.
How did you paint that? Oh, I undercoated and used transparent. Well, yeah, I used like contrast or speed paints over the top of it to create that contrast. Or how'd you do that? Slap chopped it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So
Say less.
Say less. You don't need to say anymore because they've invented the term slap chop.
Yeah.
So for those, for some reason, who don't know,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe.
maybe. Slap chopping is just using monochromatic tones to create the contrast so that when you go over it with a more transparent paint like a speed paint or a contrast paint
Or a wash or something.
or a wash
you
even,
wanted to.
or the contrast
Glaze.
you've already created comes through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the slap chop video was he primed in black, dry brushed with a mid grey,
Yep.
then dry brushed with a light grey.
Work your way up. And like people have modified it over the throughout,
Yeah.
like slightly, of course.
Yeah.
I think everyone does it their own kind of way. You tend to like zenithal and then dry brush, right?
Yeah, so I just go, I spray the black and then I sort of do a aggressive zenithal. So
Yeah.
it's like not top down.
Yeah.
It's like 45 on.
Yeah.
Zenithal, and then I grab out the dry brush with a titanium white and just hit the edges.
Yeah, right.
Because you notice if you go too heavy with the people that have done slap chop and don't like it are typically people that kept the model quite dark.
That was my problem for ages.
Yeah.
And like I did all this penalties miniatures and I'm like, everything is just it's so dark.
Yeah.
And like I realized I had to like almost overdo the dry brushing
Yeah.
to get it to a point when you actually do put the contrast on that it's at a place where it needs to be.
You need it to be 90% the mid grey. So like if you've got a black primed model, 90% of it needs to be that mid grey. And then you go over with the white on the top 40% or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, because a lot of people were thinking, oh, I want to keep the black. If there's any black on there, it's just going to be black when the contrast paint goes over it.
Yeah.
And the mid grey is going to be very muted.
Yeah.
So think about that when you're doing your stuff. So I don't even use a mid grey. It's just black and then aggressive zenithal with like a light grey.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to ask what zenithal like. What
It'd be
paint
like
you
a
use.
grey sear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a titanium white for the edges.
Wow, righto. I generally do. I tried a zenithal slap chop and I didn't really like it. So my go-to is Primer Black,
Yeah.
Mechanica Standard Grey,
Oh, wow.
and then
That's dark.
then like Dawnstone,
Wow.
and then Administratum, and then like Ulthen. Like I do like 4 or 5.
Give
like,
that thing a workout.
yeah. Like, but I'm actually loving it. Like,
Yeah, cool.
You know, like again, it's like most like 90% of it is that Mechanica Standard Grey.
Yeah.
And then you're building up from that, and you can focus more on certain parts with the like the really lighter greys.
Yeah.
You know, you think, okay, I want his cloak to be more dark, so I'll just, you know, focus on his like face or, you know, weapons or whatever.
For sure.
But yeah, man, like that without Slap Chop, I wouldn't have been able to get that challenge done.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
When I really gave it a go, I can't remember how many Star Wars miniatures I painted with the slap chop.
Shatterpoint miniatures.
No,
You
it was
heaps.
Legion.
Oh, your
Yeah.
Rebels?
Legion. No, it was the Pike Syndicate.
Yes.
Sorry, not Pike Syndicate. The Shadow Collective.
Yes.
So there was 20. There was like maybe 70 or 80 models.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the span of like a couple months, and they all ended up looking so good.
Yeah.
For how little time I spent on them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like where I'm at with hobby. Is I just try and get the maximum punch for minimum effort.
Absolutely,
And that's
man.
slap chop.
You know, and that's the sort of the point, like, especially for yourself, like, you know, 2 little ones,
Yeah.
full-time job, and family commitments, like, you kind of have to spend as much, you know, you really have to, like, figure out where your time's got to go.
Yeah.
So, like, why waste time, you know, doing the old base coat, layer,
Yeah.
you know, like, build it up like that, like, just slap chop, man.
If I was playing one game, like if I was just a guy that didn't have a podcast and all I did was play Shatterpoint,
Yeah.
I'd paint like that. I'd take my time. I'd paint one model. It might take me 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Cool. Paint the next one. In like 3 months, I've painted my little squad of 4. I
Yeah.
love them. They're there forever. I'm playing the game. Having
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
time. We play so many different games, and we want to do battle reports for all of them.
Yep.
And we want to we want to play with painted models. We just gotta spew it out.
Have to.
And so, yeah. So Slap Chop's been awesome for that. I also like that it brings in a different like method that I don't normally use, which is dry brushing.
Yeah.
So it's like the first part is priming and dry brushing, and then I can change it up and slap paint on. But it also means you can just like have all these underpainted models sitting there ready to go, so that when you do have 10 minutes it takes me to paint a mini.
Just pop the lift of contrast. Yeah.
The amount of times I've gone out to the like granny flat, like where my little hobby flat,
Yeah.
and just grabbed a miniature and slap, or a base and slap paint on it.
Yep.
And then walk back in, and Sarah's just like, "Where'd you go? Kids are crazy." It's great. Like,
Yep.
it's awesome. So it's been the biggest thing in my entire hobby, not just this year. It's my biggest hobby
Yep.
hack. For those, if you've tried it and it hasn't worked for you, fair enough.
Yeah.
But you might just be doing it wrong. You might be super dumb.
Maybe you just like I was.
Yeah.
Just
Shane's
a big idiot.
Yeah.
And like everything I did was so dark, and I
Yeah.
was like, I think I even said to you, I'm like, why? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm like probably painting over too much dark grey. Too much of that Mechanica Standard grey.
Yeah.
Because even if you... Yeah, anyways. Go look at
Because
some...
you dry brush it and it looks good,
It does look great.
and then you put the paint on and you're like, oh,
Yeah. You just need to... It needs to be like one shade brighter than you want it to be with the underpainting.
yep,
You need to be like, oh, this seems very white.
yeah.
It's very white. Because, yeah, anyway. Go look at slap chopped models on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you like those, you can get those results.
Oh yeah.
It's just all about the...
It's frozen.
I thought it was you talking. I was just listening, dude. It's all about the underpainting.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
working up from that foundation. So, absolutely love it.
Yep.
Was this yours or mine?
That was. I mean, ours.
Yeah, true.
But it was mine.
Yeah.
So you do one now.
Well, something that my second hack that kind of ties in with the first hack. Do you want me to get it? Do you want me to get it?
Please.
Oh, wait. Churchy's on the move.
Got Churchy.
I would love another Hotmosphere. This episode brought to you by two dumb idiots.
And our patrons.
And our patrons. And our producer, Churchy. And our friend, Mario.
He's my best friend.
Okay. That's fine. I won't say anything. Mine is something you need to desperately add. You don't really. No one needs to do this, but it's one of those things like an airbrush where you make it this big thing in your head.
Yeah.
And you just can't bring yourself to do it. And then the second you do it, you're like, oh, why haven't I been doing this for years?
Is it airbrushing?
No, it's not. It's oil paints.
Oil paints. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
See, that scares me.
Yeah, just like an airbrush does.
Yeah.
But you scare easily, I've discovered.
What was that?
What do you mean? Who's that? He's coming in through the back door. Yes, oil paints, but I don't use them like to paint my miniatures.
Oh, okay.
I use them to just put the final filter on
Sure.
and then wick it away.
You do that.
What?
You do that.
I do that. Yeah,
I
do
see
that.
them do it at YouTube and I'm like, that's just like known all of it with extra steps.
Kind of, but way better.
Yeah.
So oil paints are just, you kind of use them in a very similar way to how you would use a wash.
Yeah.
But it's just better in every way,
Ah.
except that you're changing your medium. So
Sure.
that's the only downside is like,
So you need spirits to remove it, right? And like wash your brushes out because it's an enamel.
yeah.
It's oil. Yeah,
Well, yeah. Sometimes they're not the same thing,
Ah.
but yes, you do need mineral spirits or terps to clean out your brushes, and that's the downside, I suppose, and that's why people don't do it. But for that downside, it just gives you so much more control. Like,
Yeah.
you can, like, if you had a model, how long do you think it would take you to wash it? Like,
Not long.
Put a wash on it,
Not long.
and then
Like if you like the whole model or like
yeah, like the whole model, you just want none oil over the thing, but you don't want it to pull up in weird spots.
oh yeah. I don't yeah.
Yeah, so if you think about how long that takes,
Slap it, dude.
slap it. You don't care about pools.
Nah.
You haven't been to the pool in years.
No.
So
Too old for that, man.
fair. It'd be weird if you went.
Actually,
It
like
actually
if I
would be
pull up the
weird.
road there, I'm like, yeah.
Imagine if you went to the pool
No.
by yourself.
They would probably call the cops.
Yeah. You're just like, well, I'm just an adult having a good swim in
Yeah.
the local pool. And they're like, all right, mate.
Flashing around in the kiddie pool.
All right, mate.
It's like, yeah, he's here again. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Everyone's just like,
Do not
it's like when
approach.
it's like when you walk into one of them old Western bars and you're an outsider.
Yeah.
It just goes dead silent, everyone looking at you. It's like that when you go through the fucking rotating the
turntable.
turntable, yeah.
Just kick it open like saloon doors.
And you walk up to the candy, what is it called? The canteen thing
Yeah.
with all the lollies. You lean on like it's a old Western bar.
Give me 2 killer pythons and a warhead.
That'll be $6. What? Back in my day. They'd be like, you're not from around here, are you? No, I am. I'm just down the road. Oh. Anyway,
Anyway.
oil paints.
Yeah.
So you can slap them on just like you would a wash.
Yeah.
Benefit is they take so long to dry.
Okay.
And that's a benefit because you can slap paint on 10 models and like then move it around
Sure.
and control where you want it to go.
Yeah.
Then you can grab a little makeup brush and wick the top layer away, either just on the most raised parts or as much as you want. And there's like a perfect blend or filter created from your oil paint. And it's just sexy.
Nice.
The person that convinced me to do this is Marco Frazzoni.
Yeah. Not just Mecca.
Not just Mecca.
Yeah.
Not just Mecca. Yeah.
Why does he say that?
Because I assume he previously maybe just painted Mecca.
Okay, like Battletech stuff.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
his origins. But that's his
Deep
that's his
dive
YouTube
when?
channel right now, isn't it? Marco Frazzoni NJM.
Yeah.
Not just Mecca. And he's the one that's like he will paint his miniatures using contrast paints or whatever.
Yep.
But they're really punchy.
Yeah.
Like they got so much color and vibrance to them
Oh yeah.
that they can sometimes just look very cartoony.
Yep.
So he'll do that and he'll bring in the washes. So he'll do a little bit of underpainting with his airbrush, slap on some contrast paints, mute it all back down, filter it all down with the oil washes, wick it away, and then edge highlight and finish it off with some other paints, acrylic paints. So I was like, his results, it just turns like a speed painted model, spending like 10 minutes on it from like a 6,
Yeah.
spend an extra 5, and turn it up to, in my mind, an 8.5
Yeah.
of what I want. Obviously, a 10 is not a golden demon for me. 10 is like something I smile at every time I see.
Yeah.
So it turns into an 8.5. I'm like, why wouldn't I just do that? So I've started doing that, and I love it. Absolutely love it. It also hides mistakes,
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah, nice.
I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Because now I can go even quicker
Yep.
and more recklessly, and then just hide it with oil paints.
Can I hide myself?
You could cover yourself in an oil paint.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that answers your question. Kind of feels separate, but you
If
could.
I was a mistake.
Because you're a mistake, you could cover yourself in oil paints.
Done.
But I just don't know. I don't understand. I don't think it's going to achieve what you want it to achieve. But you could do it.
Well, that's all I really need to know.
Is it? Is it answering your question?
Yes.
Is it resolving the issue? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Anything else? You got any helpy hacks?
3D printing.
You thinking deeply? How about this? You added magnetizing your bases finally.
Yeah.
That's a good hobby hack.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I copied Ollie, one of the homies in the Discord, who had some trays. He bought stacks of models from Adelaide. Survived the drive, which is...
no.
Oh, you spilled
My favorite
your
shirt.
second beer, dude. Your favourite shirt. I've never seen you wear that before.
Yeah, it's because I usually wear it for good things. My favorite shirt. Gonna just whip it out for the podcast.
Anyway, so these
Yeah.
models survived like a 9-hour drive across Victorian roads, which
Yeah.
is
Flat.
like a
but
30-hour drive.
Yeah.
And yeah, so galvanized steel in tubs,
Yeah.
magnetize the base. Those suckers aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, it's great because it's good for storage, but also transportation.
Yeah.
So now I don't have a full solution yet, but I just magnetize all my bases anyways.
You got the baking trays.
I just slap them on baking trays.
Yeah.
I put the baking trays on my shelves.
Yep.
It does the same thing for me because I usually only bring one tray to an event or whatever.
So how many trays have you seconded to the hobby that now Sarah is like, we can't keep feeding our
Constantly.
children if you keep taking the baking trays.
She doesn't know I've taken the baking trays.
Oh, they just go missing.
But she has repeatedly mentioned how few baking trays we suddenly have. And I have bought most of mine
Yeah.
myself.
Okay, so you go to like Kmart and pick up a
Just
few of them?
Woolies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Woolies sell it.
Coles, sorry. Coles and Lara.
Yeah, I don't go to Woolies. I go to Coles.
You go to Coles.
Yeah.
I go to Woolies normally, but Coles has the better baking trays.
Why didn't I know that?
What do you mean?
That you're a Woolies kind of guy.
Look at me, dude. Sexy, savant, rich. So rich. This doesn't check out. You constantly have no money. Yeah, rich people spend all their money, dude. That's how it works.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. It's all
That's how
that
you get-
good debt.
Yeah. That's how
Having
you
good debt.
good debt. It's like
Yeah.
that's how you buy fancy beers.
Yeah.
This is why I can't afford my home repayments. Fucking hot
You should buy a
atmosphere.
4-pack of Atmosphere.
Yeah. $25, man. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Anyway.
Anyway.
You could buy 12 cans of dry for that.
Yeah, I bet I could. I'd rather be poor and drink delicious beers. But I'm not poor, I'm rich and sexy and savant and savvy. And that's why I shop at Woolies.
Sure.
You little Coles bitchlet. Coles is big, just never has anything that I want.
I can't remember the last time I've been inside Woolies, dude.
For real?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a tangent that I don't know if we have time for, but I'm willing to indulge. No, we
So
better.
I've boycotted Woolies.
Oh, here we go. I can't wait to hear about this. This is what you guys.
So basically, right,
Yeah.
back in the day when Lara had one tiny little Safeway,
Oh,
it was
so
a Safeway back then.
these new kids don't even know about
Hey, it was Tucker Bag.
Tucker bag.
I
Yeah,
know
you know
Tucker
about
Bag.
Tucker bag. All right.
Yeah.
Get you minty for your
Fuck
birthday.
you.
If you tell me about Safeway.
So when it became Safeway,
I still call it Safeway.
yeah, I don't go there, so I don't call it anything. So it was garbage, you know.
Oh, it was garbage.
You go there and they had nothing. I remember going there once to get mincemeat and there was no mincemeat.
Yeah, that is big.
It was just like
Lara
any day.
Safeway.
Yeah.
Energy.
So that Safeway was just garbage until they built Coles and they've gone, oh, hang on, we got to compete with these guys
Yeah.
across the road.
Yeah.
So then they like ran out and became Woolies.
And you know what?
And fuck them. I'm not going back.
Why not?
Because they only changed because Coles came in.
Yeah, they had to. They
Exactly.
had to.
But they could have.
So this is the
Man wants his mince meat, bro.
well, now you can get your minced meat at Coles,
Coles,
which
yeah. Or the
completely
butcher.
destroyed an entire park.
It was a lawn bowl club.
No, wasn't that? Oh, was it?
Oh yeah,
bowls.
yeah.
It was Austin Park, right? And
was
it had this
both.
little skate park over in the corner.
Oh, I remember that street park.
And that one really shitty asphalt path that went all
Those
through the
public
middle.
toilets.
Yeah, the public toilets.
Jochi frequented those public toilets.
I know. I saw him there all the time. Saturday night, 3 a.m.
G'day, Fox.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
giving out
Don't
handy.
ask
What are
questions
you
you don't know the
doing?
answer to, mate. I thought they locked these. So
20
I've got
bucks
the key.
is 20 bucks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, you've sided with Coles, the destroyer of forests. That's fine, man. Each to their own. If you
Yep.
don't care about the environment, I mean, that's you.
Wait.
Wait.
Okay, deeply for the environment.
I guess Woolies is okay. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, thank you for listening to our hobby hacks. Hopefully you've picked up some, I don't know how you could have, but hopefully you've picked up some good, useful tips that you might
Slap
finally
chop.
take the plunge.
Yeah.
Slap chop, oil paints,
Yep.
magnetize your bases because you never know. And you never know when a rainy day is coming and you want to put them in a little tub,
Yeah.
metal tub.
Yep. Or a
Tub with
plastic
metal
tub
down
with
the
metal in the bottom.
What was the first thing you said? Set yourself a challenge
Take part in challenges.
and base your minis before you paint. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Combine all that.
That's
Throw it
recipe
out.
for disaster.
Then go listen to a good one.
Yeah.
Good. Some good podcasts are The Basement Yard. Which one's the one you like?
Last podcast on the left.
There you go. So there's some good podcasts. If you like
Yep.
hobby ones, I don't know any hobby ones. I assume they're all as bad as us.
Probably.
What's something that people like? What's the one that people like?
People like lasagna.
He's still there. He's still over in Napoli. Anyway,
People like other stuff.
we'll see you guys next week. We'd
Patreon.
like to thank our
We like
Patreons.
Patreon. We like Patreon.
We like Patreon.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's say
Let's
hello.
say the stuff. Massive thank you to our patrons. For $2 a month, you get early access to videos like this and other content as well, battle reports and stuff on our second channel. Massive shout out to our goats. We have Burnsy, Final Dinosaur, Gridlock, Axe, Anax, MJ, Test Dummy, and Black Apollo.
The OG homies, Brandon W, Moose, Alco, Churchy, Rad, Ollie, Hawkers, Penny, Love You Penny, Aggro, Don Hua, Don, Pure Blind, Primal Nerd, Jackson V, and Big Roach. Let us know your hobby tips in the Discord and in the YouTube comments of this video. Help us to up our hobby game because, quite frankly, we're garbage. So, we'll
Hot
see it.
garbage.
Hot garbage.
Yeah.
Well, some of us are hot, sexy, savvy, and rich.
Some of us shop at Woolies.
See you next week.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice.